Hello and a warm welcome to Festal TV. My name is Phil. So working on the construction site, we can work with the softer materials such as tiles, or we can work with harder materials such as this mineral base. And for these types of materials, the DSC AGC from Festal is really cool to work with. So with the DSC, it means that we can work with this machine to not only cut, but also to make sure that we have a really efficient environment to work in. And it can be efficient not only because of the really good dust extraction, because within the inside of this machine we can work with the brushless motor. So this is the EasyTech motor from Festal, and this is encapsulated, which means that all of the dust that's produced doesn't come anywhere near the motor or the electronics. Therefore it's going to last for a long period of time. But with this motor, the other advantage is that with my limited power supply, this is going to last for a long period of time, but also produces a huge amount of torque to make sure that with these types of materials I can cut through really cleanly and efficiently over a long period of time. So when these types of materials are cut with the diamond discs, it means you can produce a certain amount of vibration. This vibration needs to be controlled. It needs to be controlled because I want to work for over a long period of time, over the course of a working day. So on the inside, the motor doesn't touch the outside of the body, so therefore it means that I'm not going to be suffering from the effects of vibration, but also with the front handle as well. So with the ergonomics of the machine, this is designed so it's really comfortable to use, and the vibration is reduced while I'm working as well. Of course, cuts like this mean I need to have a really clear view of where the disc is cutting. And so while I'm standing like this and I can see exactly down where the cut line is going to be, so it means that my work is going to be of a really good standard as well. Because this type of machine is a push machine, so the disc is turning in this direction, all of the dust is directed into the dust extraction here, so therefore I can work with really high dust extraction rate. Of course, not all cuts are going to be out in the middle of a floor, for example. At some point I'm going to come up close to a wall. And with the DSC AGC, it means that on this green lever here, we can then pull this back, and then I can get really close to a wall. If we want really good access, we can then undo the front handle, and then this front hood can come all the way back to this position. So it means that when I'm coming up close to a wall like so, I can get really close as far as I can to produce a really good clean cut. So in working with these types of materials, it's important to use the correct diamond disc for the correct type of application. And for Festal, we have 3 in the range in which can be used for this machine. Of course, not only working with tiles that go on the roof or materials like this for environments such as wet rooms, of course the finished tile is really important as well. And we can use this disc for working with finished tiles to leave a really good finish on the edge of the material that you're working with. But also, this doesn't crack the glazing. So with this really tight segment around here, it means I can have a really good quality cut. I can have the speed on the DSC at the right setting, and then we can have really good dust extraction while we're working as well. With this disc, this is good for most types of materials. So this is a premium all-round disc. However, if I want to work with concrete, then we can work with this wide segmented disc. And with this wide segmented disc, it means I can have a really good clean cut. I don't chip the edges, but again, I can keep the speed at the right position, and then all of the fine dust is taken away by the dust extraction. So when I'm working with materials like this, if I leave a small mark on there, it's not so bad. But if I then use the same machine again for cutting tiles, I want to make sure that I'm not going to run the risk of scratching the glazing. So with the DSC, we can use this plastic shoe. This will go onto the base of the machine in that position and then clips in. It then means I've got a really nice smooth surface to use the machine on, and I'm not going to then scratch the tile while I'm working. So with the DSC AGC 18-volt machine from Festal, we have really good dust extraction, a variety of diamond discs in which it can be used with, and of course I can see clearly where my cut line is going to be positioned. And when it's covered with a Festal warranty, it then means that of course you can work worry-free as well. So my name's Phil from Festal, and I'll see you again next time.